Alright, 5th graders, now that my room is set up using my vanishing point, I'm going to continue adding objects to the room. So I'm going to be showing you how to add a few different objects to your room, and then you can go on your own and add at least 3 objects to your room at a minimum. We're going to be using our vanishing point again, and our ruler or straight edge, pencil, and eraser. Remember to draw your lines lightly because many of your lines will get erased, as you found out from setting up your room. You will notice in my tutorial that I'm going to be drawing my lines darker just so that you can see them better. In my room, I'm going to be putting a bed to start with. I'm going to show you how to put a bed in the room. You can put it anywhere you like. It just depends where you put the front and the back of the bed will decide where the bed is going to go. So I'm going to put the bed here, and I'm thinking about how high up off the ground it is. In the back wall, probably only comes to about here. So I'm going to go ahead and draw one horizontal line across, and then think about how long I want my bed to go, how far down, and keep those lines nice and straight, and across. Now inside is going to be the bed inside of here, so I'm actually going to get rid of all these lines that I drew on the floor because the bed obviously is going to cover up the floor in that area. That'll make it less confusing as we work. Okay, I have the back and the front of the bed. Now I need to put the sides of the bed on. I'm using my vanishing point for that. Line up the vanishing point with the back and the front of the bed. Same on the other side. And there we go. Now we have the top of the bed. This floating rectangle, in perspective, is the top of the bed. Okay. To get the sides of the bed, I'm going to need to do a little more work. So I'm going to pull 2 lines down at the front edge of the bed here. I'm going to pull 2 straight vertical lines down, as thick as I want my mattress or my bed to be. And then a straight line across. And that will be the edge of the bed, the front edge. All right, and from this perspective, I don't really see this side of the bed or this side of the bed. So that will be it for setting up my bed. Now I can make it a little more personable. I can put some pillows on there if I like. Stuffed animals, blankets, whatever else you might want to have on your bed there. And I can make it look more like a bed by softening the corners. So again, take my eraser and kind of just round out the edges of my bed a little bit. Making it look more like a natural shape, like a blanket. Oops. If I wanted my bed to have legs instead of just be like a total rectangle to the floor, I could take this up a little bit. And then from the corners I could put 2 little legs in there. And get rid of this line here. So there's another way to do that. And then to make the legs, use your vanishing points, a tiny little line up and back. Up and back to make those little leg posts 3D. So lots of things you can do with your bed area if you choose to put a bed in the room. Obviously your room doesn't have to be a bedroom. It can be a kitchen, a living room, any interior space. Other thing I want to show you is how to put a desk or a table into the room. Again, I'm going to start with the front and back of the table, decide how tall I want it, touching the back of the wall, and how deep I want the table. So back and front of the table, get rid of the inside stuff. Now that's being covered up. And then draw my line from vanishing point, back of the table to front edge of the table. Back to front. Now you can see that doesn't reach in some parts, so I need to go back and lengthen some of those lines. And I have an issue here, it's touching my doorway, so I'm going to shorten it a little bit. So a lot of trial and error, really working lightly so that you can erase easily. And don't get discouraged if it doesn't work out the first time. Even as you can see, I'm doing this demonstration for you, I have to do some trial and error myself. I'm going to make the sides of the desk or table now with straight vertical lines on each corner that you can see, besides the hidden one there. And then I'll take my ruler, meet the vanishing point, and connect the sides there, and then a straight line across connects the front edge. Okay, I have a floating desk or tabletop, so I need to make my legs nice and straight down, vertical. Now these two legs need to meet the vanishing point as well, so I need to adjust the length so that they hit on the vanishing point at the same spot. There and there. So this back leg is going to look really short, even though it's the same length as the front leg. We know that things further away look smaller. Show that three-dimensionality of that leg. And that one. All right. And now I have a little desk or table area. You can put in all different kinds of furniture. You can put in a dresser, chairs, anything using that method. So using that same method, I always start with like the back and the front of the object because I know those are going to be the horizontal lines, and then I use my vanishing point to create the converging lines or the diagonal lines that meet the vanishing point. I get the top first, and then I pull down the sides to make it look three-dimensional. If I want to put a chair in here, I am going to start actually with the sides of the chair back where you sit, because those are my vertical lines. Then I can connect using my vanishing point. Okay, put that line down. And then to make the seat, and I will have two vertical lines coming off. Oh, make sure these two lines, this and this, are following the vanishing point. So that has to go up, and then this line can come out. Connect it with the vanishing point. And then using my ruler, I'm cheating right now, using my ruler, drawing down the vertical lines of the chair there, making sure they also sit along the lines of the vanishing point. So right now my chair looks a little bit flat. To remedy that, I need to make side of the chair a little bit thicker and the front side of the chair a little bit thicker. Again, go back and get rid of my extra lines. So we have the side. It's getting confusing. I wanted to round out the top of the chair, make it look a little comfier, I can do that. And we have your basic chair inside of the room.